Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy that you're here joining me again once today. Just in case you've not seen my channel before and you've not seen me, my name is Trudy and I'm the founder of Deeper Than Eczema. As well as a YouTube channel, I also have a blog, and those details along with social media channels can be found in the description. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about UVB light therapy. Just a disclaimer before I get started, I'm not a medical professional. I do recommend that you seek medical advice and do your own research before getting started on any treatment. And just to say that what may work for me may not work for you, and vice versa, because we're all different and we're all unique. So, what is UVB light therapy? So basically, this treatment is used to treat skin conditions, including eczema, psoriasis, and also other medical conditions as well. So basically, it involves standing in a ultraviolet light cabinet, which is a bit like a sunbed, but it's not actually a sunbed. And it is a long-term process because it does involve going to a hospital about 2 to 3 times a week for a duration of 3 months. That may vary depending on the skin condition that you have, and it can also vary on the severity of your skin condition. So with me, I went for 3 times a week for 3 months. So before you get started on any treatment, the healthcare professionals should actually do an assessment for you. So they ask you questions about current medications you're having, may ask you a bit of family history to do with medical things as well, and also look at your skin before they get started, because through that pre-assessment they'll determine whether whether it's actually right for you, and B, how often you should be going and for the actual length of time. So with myself, I was told 3 times a week for 3 months, and I was also informed that basically, because sometimes that I change my hairstyle, was to make sure that I have the same hairstyle for the duration of the 3 months, because cutting your hair, for example, may affect the treatment, and that's because the light may come onto one area, and then when the hair is cut, it may then go to the area, so it may actually affect things. So one thing they do say is to make sure that you have the same hairstyle for that duration as well. So somebody like me who changes their hairstyle every now and then, that was actually tricky, but I managed to do it. So I had this treatment on 2 occasions. So the first time was in 2007 and the second time was in 2019. So going back to the first time, wasn't too bad actually. It was still 3 times a week for 3 months. And I did notice a change throughout that time. A couple of people said to me that my skin actually looked a bit darker. I actually can't remember if we actually did or it actually didn't. It didn't 100% prove the eczema, but it did actually keep things calm. And I was going through a stressful time during, I was actually going through a stressful time at that point. So it was actually a good thing, an advantage for me to have, because it did actually make some improvements. But as I said, it didn't actually 100% cure the eczema. It was still there, but it just made things obviously a bit more calmer. So what actually happens when you go and you have the light treatment? So basically, the duration of time that you stand in the unit does actually increase. So when you first go, you're only standing there for about 3 to 5 seconds first of all, and they keep adding on seconds gradually, and then towards the end you'll probably be standing there for about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on what you need. You may need to cover certain areas of your skin. So for example, if the eczema or the psoriasis is one area of the body, but you don't want a top area of the body to be done, you may be asked to cover yourself and just have one part of the body exposed. So for me, I had the treatment all the way up from head to toe. However, you do have to wear goggles because obviously it does affect the eyes. So you will be asked to wear a pair of goggles when you go into the actual unit. So that was my first time of having UVB light treatment. The second time, I was a bit reluctant to go through all of that again. It can be tricky if you've got work commitments or other commitments. Trying to go 3 times a week, it is actually tricky. But luckily for me in 2019, my employers at that point were absolutely brilliant. They was happy for me to go. My appointments was first thing in the morning, so I literally went before work, went straight to work. It didn't affect my job actually at all. So I actually had a huge advantage when I went through it the second time round. Thinking back to going for that whole entire experience the second time round, again, it didn't 100% cure my eczema, but it did again keep things calm. I was having up and down flare-ups anyway, basically due to stress, and I think the work environment where I was working at previously, due to dry air conditioning, was drying out my skin anyway. So when I went for this actual treatment and I changed jobs, I actually noticed a big difference. And once the treatment had ended the second time in 2019, yes, I did have a lot of positive comments from that. So just my conclusion with talking about UVB light therapy, it was a good experience for me, a bit lengthy in terms of the process. It does involve long commitments. That's obviously the flip side of it. But on a good note, it did keep the eczema calm, not 100% cured, but eczema was calm. So I was quite happy to have gone through that on 2 occasions. I don't think I need it now at present because things is calm again, but that's just my personal story there. So thank you once again for coming on and watching my video and listen to me talk about my experience to do with UVB light therapy. I hope it's helped you and that you'll be able to go ahead and do your own research and decide for yourself if it's right for you, and obviously also seek advice from a healthcare professional as well. Thank you very much for joining. If you like this video, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again in future videos. Take care and stay blessed.